Good evening, everyone. My name is Chris Cooper, known as the Channel Guy Trader, and I'm reporting to you live from Wall Street Trading's Miami office down in sunny South Florida. Today's date is Tuesday, April the 16th, 2013, and here is today's After the Bell Market Summary brought to you by WallStreetTrading.com. I want to first off by taking a look to see how the indices closed the session out here for the day. The Dow Jones was up 157 and a half points. The Nasdaq was up a little over 48 points, and the S&P 500 was up a little over 22 points. If we take a look at the breadth on the market today, we had 4,868 issues advancing on the NYSE, Nasdaq, and the Amex. We had 1,251 issues declining on the NYSE, Nasdaq, and the Amex. Therefore, breadth was in favor of the bulls today on a 4-to-1 basis. Yesterday, it was in favor to the bears on a 10-to-1 basis. So, we're going to have to see some more action off of today's bullish action to see if the if the bulls are back in control after yesterday's heavy selling pressure that we got there. So let's go ahead and break down the charts real quick here. Just want to put together this video for you guys. All right, the SPY closed at 157.41, closed up $2.29, up 1.5%. You can see here we are back above that 156.84 level. All right, so if we can hold above 156.84, we can expect to move back up towards this little gap fill area that we have right here between 158 and 159. If we hold below 156.84 tomorrow, and you see some nice selling pressure come in, look for a move down towards 156 and then down towards 155. All right, those are going to be your levels to work off of, folks, on the SPY. All right, plain and simple. All right, we take a look at the triple Qs. The triple Qs are back above that key 69 level. As I mentioned in the weekend review video, the triple Qs, it likes to break above levels and then fall right back into them. Prime example, this little range right here, we broke below it. We fell back above it, or I should say we traded right back above it, and then you have the breakout over 69 after the consolidation. We broke out, consolidated above this 70 level, or around this 70 level for a couple of days here, and then we broke right back down inside the range, and now we're back above 69. So again, there's a lot of mixed signals here in the Qs, a lot of back and forth action. You've really got to be careful if you're trading the Nasdaq, but holding above 69 is bullish for move back up towards these 70s. All right, holding below 69 we'll be looking for a move back down here towards 68 and a half. All right, the IWM. Let's go and take a look at the IWM today. IWM closed at $91.67, closed up $1.56, up 1.73%. Now the IWM has a little bit more work to do for the fact that it's back below this 92.70 level. And you see how the triple Qs and the SPY, they had this kind of like a little pivot point to the left that they were able to trade back above. You can see that the Russell 2000 still has a lot of work to do. It really needs to get back over 92.70. And until we get back up 92.70, you may want to short rallies in the IWM. Now, of course, you want to make sure you look at the other indices and see how the breadth is in the market. But we are below this resistance. Until we get back up above 92.70, you want to be more lean to neutral to bearish on the IWM. All right, if we can get back above 92.70 and take back this 93.10 high that we made from yesterday's candlestick, actually 93.15, then we could get back neutral to bullish on it. But right now, the fact that it's inside there, this big sell candle, and it's below 92.70, it's more neutral to bearish, especially since it's below all these moving averages right here. All right, the U.S. dollar played a part in today's market rally. They smashed the U.S. dollar down today. You can see here we're back below 82, a key level that we've been mentioning in the past couple of videos. And if we continue to see some more selling in the U.S. dollar, that may help prop up the equity markets. And maybe some of these commodity stocks that have been getting pretty smashed. So you want to make sure you keep an eye on those basic material stocks if we continue to see this dollar weakness. And then, of course, the euro had a nice little bounce today. We're going to take a look at the FXE instead of the euro dollar with you guys, but you can see the FXE had a nice little bounce today, and if the FXE continues to run, we can maybe see a move up here towards 131.91. What the heck? Let me just go ahead and show you guys a euro dollar for the fact that some of you guys actually probably track the euro US dollar spot like I do intraday. So the euro dollar broke out over this 131.15 level. If we continue to hold above this 131.15 level, we can possibly see a short-term move up towards this next resistance level around 133. All right, strong U.S. dollar. Weak U.S. dollar, strong euro. Will keep the markets afloat. All right, that's what we've been seeing, and I will continue to believe that. that will keep on happening. All right, what are we looking at here now? Let's take a look at that volatility index, which did what today? Pulled back. Was it a surprise? No, because every time the VIX breaks out, it always pulls back in. All right, and same thing happened here. Fear came in the market, they sold it off. Fear came into the market, they gapped it down, and we sold off a little bit. So there seems to be no fear in the market, folks. All right, what are we looking at next here? Let's go ahead and talk about some stocks now. All right, actually, I want to talk about gold real quick since everybody's talking about gold. Let's go ahead and take a look at the gold trade. Plain and simple, GLD, stay away from it unless you have, heavy pockets, because right now this thing is in its own world, and you do not want to be caught on the wrong side of this trade if some stupid news was to come out or something. So I would stay away from the GLD. If you're short from up here from the break of 150, good job. Make sure you take some profits, but I would stay away from that. Remember I showed you guys the weekly chart yesterday, and the bottom of that channel from this little channel that we had right here is all the way down at 120. So if the GLD trades down to 120, I'll definitely pick some up. All right, and that could take a couple weeks, right? Or it could take, one big week this week and one big week next week. All right. Or we could hold right here at 130. This could be a nice little short-term bottom to work off of. If you take a look at the monthly chart on the GLD, we are at some support at this 130 level. Right, and I usually don't show the weeklies and the monthlies in the weekend review video unless I'm trying to get a point across, and I'm trying to get a point across here in the GLD. Stay away unless you have thick pockets and you could sit through some pain. All right, trend still is to the downside. I would not be looking to buy this on a bounce unless maybe you're scalping it intraday a little bit, because it is in play intraday if you are a big fan of trading gold. GDX gold miners, they gapped up this morning as well, just like gold, and they got smashed right back down. GDX, you do not want to trade the GDX unless you're a fan of selling the precious metals. GDX could break down all the way down to 21 if you take a look at the monthly chart. So this thing still has another $7 or $8 to the downside. $8.82 to the downside. Actually, not 21, it's actually 20. So it still has about $8.82 to the downside. Definitely something that if you're interested in trading the precious metals, there could be some action there. But again, these stocks are trading wild, so make sure you are managing your risk accordingly. Silver, SLV, this thing is weak today as well. All the precious metals are continuing their weakening. They're continuing to show weakness. If you take a look at SLV, silver gapped up today and then faded right back down. Maybe you get some type of trade if it trades through 23. We could probably watch that tomorrow. If it trades through 23, you can maybe get some nice little trade for a quick little gap fill action right there. We'll see. We'll see how that plays out. Crude oil. Let's see. Again, we may see a bounce in some of these commodity stocks. The dollar sells off again tomorrow. All these basic material stocks that have been getting sold off. If the dollar was to make a nice little leg down here,